just want to call out one person.
And I hate myself a lot.
But you're getting punched in the dick.
There needs to be more Street Shark references.
I say who?
That's funny as hell.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Underqualified and Overcompensated Podcast. I am your swivelly host, Bellissimo.
Swivelies.
Yeah, I'm looking like I just went a little bit too deep into the brown pool. I am Rhythm. And to my left, to your right, you're so goddamn beautiful. It's fucking Rico.
Thank you. I tried to humble myself with a hoodie today, but I just can't stop.
Sometimes
Kenny, what up, my dude?
You just can't contain it.
Can't.
Like, you can only do so much to contain all of that.
Well, we'll get to it right now, I guess. So, Rhodes was at the Silkies fucking march for Reverend Warriors. We didn't know if he was going to make it on. Firth's on assignment, and I really wasn't going to do this by myself. So, that's why this wasn't previously scheduled.
I was supposed to be at the hike. I was staying over there overnight. Got done with the hike, and I was like, I'm going to go back home.
It's for the birds.
Yeah. Well, like, I was like in a weird mood today. Like, you just wake up and you're like, your energy is all off, and so no matter who you're around or what have you, you just kind of feel bleh. And you're just kind of like pretending for most of the day to like not be bleh. And I got done with the hike, and I had a lot of fun, but I was like, all right, I'm going to go. And then I walk in the door, my kids are screaming. I was like, I'm going to go back to the hike.
I should have stayed.
I should not. Yeah. I fucked up.
So for those that catch the live show, for those watching or listening after the fact, explain to us what the march is.
So I would love to. Reverend Warriors, but I'm not gonna. So Reverend Warriors is a fantastic organization and event that happens all across the United States. It's also currently in Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and England this year. They're getting ready to do Guam next year. Actually.
Seriously?
Yep. Anywhere there is a U.S. military presence, they're trying to like push out, which was kind of the fuck up in London, because this year they're like, oh, we're going to do it in London for the Europe thing. They should have had it in Germany because not really a lot of people showed up. But Irreverent Warriors, basically their mission statement is to end, not really prevent, it's to end veteran suicide. So it's local held events all across the United States. There's like 6 hikes across the year in Texas alone. And it's put on by local people. And you wear short shorts, ranger panties, and you go on like a 6-mile hike through the town that you're in. It's kind of more of a pub crawl than a hike or a run, because everyone's got whiskey in their bag or drinks. I had like whiskey. What were you drinking?
Kenny asked what I'm drinking on. It is my normal. It's my go-to. It's Wild Turkey 101. For bottom shelf, it's high class. Is good. It does what it does.
Today I took the my bladder out of my Camelback, put a trash bag in there, ice, and then put like 6 or 8 ranch water hard seltzers in there. And I, through the hike, just pull it out, fucking do a thing. What's up, Max? Welcome to the show. But yeah, Reverend Warriors, if you are a veteran, because it's only for veterans, civilians can't join, they can volunteer to help out through the process, drive the guide cars, and help set up the rest sites and stuff like that, which is super needed. But it's just for veterans and active duty for the hikes themselves. It's a fantastic organization. I love it. Being here and working at the hospital, I wasn't around soldiers, so getting able to do that when I first got here was awesome. Actually being around soldiers.
Yeah.
And I try to do as many hikes as I can. This next year, I'm going to try to do all of them in Texas.
All the hikes.
Because traveling, I have friends at the hike. They were there today. They've done 11 or 12 this year.
That's too much.
Because they go to North Carolina. They go to the Nashville one, Louisiana. They went to New York City hike, the Washington D.C. hike.
Mhm.
They go all over the country to travel to these fucking hikes. I'm like, I don't got money for that shit. I barely got money to drive down to Houston.
You think I can get all these passes? I didn't have them.
Yeah,
Use all
but,
my leave days.
if you guys are having a hard time with depression or anxiety, or you're just feeling alone because you got out of the army or the military period and you don't really have a community because you're in the military, and if you haven't gotten out, you're still in, like, we all dread going back to civilian life because there isn't a community that really understands us.
No, we're so
Like
fucking
the
weird.
military community. We are fucking weird. Like, you have those guys that they're civilians their whole career. Like, they never adjusted. And so they get out there fun. Like, those guys, they're like, yeah, I was in the army for like 4 years. And you're like, fuck, I would never have known. And then you have those guys that you're like, yeah, you were definitely in the army.
You're not still in? You seem like you're still in.
Yeah, you sure you're not active? No, I got out 15 years ago. You sure?
You sure, dude?
You were a specialist? No, you sergeant major. But and that's why it's great, because I see it on these veteran pages all the time. I promote it as much as I can, and it's a great organization. They're grouped with Bet TV because Donnie O'Malley, the creator of Bet TV, created the Reverend Warriors. Nate McDonald, we had him.
Yeah, is that who we interviewed? We did.
Nate McDonald was.
Yeah, McDonald.
Donnie O'Malley would be impossible to try to get on the show. He is an incredibly.
It'd be easier to get Mike O'Malley from like Guts from Nickelodeon. It'd be way easier to get Mike O'Malley.
Yeah, Donnie O'Malley is incredibly busy. That would be like trying to get fucking Matt Best on the fucking show, which is a goal, by the way. It's a goal.
We're gonna get him.
But
we're gonna get him.
Like, I met so many people through these hikes that they work at Ranger Up. They worked at like Warfighter Clothing. One of the guys that I met, we've talked every hike that I've gone to quite a bit. He works with Donnie and Ed Hafer of Black Rifle Coffee. And so not only is it's a good connection, I want to get more affiliated with these programs with the podcast, because it's a huge goal for us with suicide prevention and just veteran outreach. But it is a great thing. Look it up at irreverentwarriors.com. Look at the events. It's coming to the end of the hike season. They start back up again in March.
I was going to say, if they're hiking through the winter, wow.
So they plan all the southern states in the winter. That's why, like, Texas is in October and like March, because it's fucking warm as balls out. It was 85 today.
Gross.
And 50% humidity. Like, it was fucking hot. And it felt so much hotter. Oh my God. I was sweating bullets. But then, like, they had to cancel one hike. Where was it? I think it was in North Carolina. They had to cancel a hike midway because it was like 120. It felt like 120 with the humidity.
Nothing about that sounds good.
Yeah, so like mid-hike, like, people like almost falling out. They're like, we got to cancel this shit. Like, we're done. Everyone go back to the bar. Like, we can't continue. This is too fucking hot. And we're all out of shape veterans. Like, let's just fucking go back. Get drunk. But it's a great thing. I can't suggest it enough. I try to get all my soldiers here to go to them. A few of them are supposed to come with me today. But, of course, people bail out.
Things happen.
People have things. Yes.
Me and Fred bailed on this.
Rico first were supposed to come.
Yes. The year, like, we're all in Texas. We're in different parts of Texas. I'm the furthest south. And,
the most difficult travel.
Yes. And it kind of snuck up on me to the point where, like, I was like, oh shit, that's
We've
like,
been planning it for like 5 months.
That's in like 2 weeks. That's not happening. Nothing about this is happening.
No, it's fine. We'll do. There's plenty of hikes. Like I said, there's like 6 in Texas alone. But
Need to come to El
we'll
Paso.
figure out some. They are talking about trying to do one out in Bliss. They're trying to get it organized. The problem is, like, around the military bases, because they have them like Austin, San Antonio, Galveston, Houston, right? The problem with the military bases is you got to have someone who lives there to coordinate.
Done.
The
And Michael
military
Malley.
people. Well, the military people, it's Donnie O'Malley. The military people, they leave every 3 years, so you don't have like a constant coordinator. And then none of the veterans want to like do it that live in the area, so they've been trying to get one here at Hood for a while, and also Bliss, but no one's been there long enough to actually make it happen. So if you are in an area and you're like, I don't have a hike here, reach out to Irreverent Warriors. They would love to help you set up. They have an entire program to help create you as a coordinator so you can do it. It's fucking dope.
I would get all
But
certified
if you are,
and then leave here in March.
yes, but if you are an Air Force, Navy, Army, Coast Guard, or Guardian, be aware that for some odd fucking reason, the Marines love these events.
Oh,
They just hear about it in the ether. Because every hike I've been to so far, this was my third one. Every hike I've been to, the amount of Marines there is obscene. They all like link up and like they'll start singing the halls of Montezuma while we're fucking rucking. And me and the other army dudes just like look at each other. We're like, we don't have that much fucking cool, man. That's why the Marines are a cult, because one dude starts singing in the halls of Montezuma and they all fucking act up.
Let's be real. We're all a cult. Like I was driving
We are
a car,
all a cult.
yeah, on the way to work, and it was from iHeartRadio or something like that, some podcast. I found out I was in a cult, and they start like going through like the stuff, and I was like, yeah, I do that like every day. Shit, I'm in a cult.
Yeah, fuck, I'm in a cult. Since
we all wear the same thing. We eat communally. We sacrifice together. We fucking do everything together. God damn it.
Put a finger down if you're in a cult. Fuck.
It's a good cult though. It's an official cult.
Yeah,
like my new the lady at the class 6 gave this to me. It's a cup. So it looks
I was
like
about to say, like, that's not bad. See, I was taking, you can't have an open container on the ruck, obviously, right? So I was taking like those clear water bottles you see at Walmart for $1.
Full of vodka.
Full of the ranch water. Just, and I'm just walking around, and then all the others, they just got koozies on there. I'm like, I guess that counts. We're being escorted by the constables, and they're just like, fuck it. But yeah, so it's great. I would highly recommend it.
And if you're having any personal issues that you feel like suicide might be the thing for you, reach out to someone like that. Reach out to us. Join our Discord. Message me. Let's go. Let's have a chat.
100%. Uno Triforce is here for you. We are here for you. So that was my day. It was a good day.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Got some blisters on my toes because I don't ruck anymore. I don't ruck ever.
I miss rucking. I do miss rucking. It's been a long time since I've rucked. And I'm still in.
For the medical master class, like, we rucked a little bit, and I was kind of, but it was so slow that I was like, this is stupid.
Kenny's on the fantasy. Who you up against, Kenny? It's not me. I'm up against who the fuck am I up against this week? I don't know.
I don't know who Kenny's playing this week.
I don't know either.
Try to do the Google. Are you looking at the Googles?
I'm not looking at the Googles. So while you do that, what else happened this week? Obviously, we have Brian Landry. His skeletal remains have been found. I don't want to say it's a fan fiction for what's happening.
I think you have a solid fucking theory.
I have my own theory with nothing to substantiate it. Are you ready to get canceled for my Gabby Petito, Brian Landry fucking fan fiction?
If this is what gets us, it was supposed to happen. Out of all, what are we on? Episode 71? This is episode 71. Out of 71 episodes, if this is what gets us, it was time.
All right. I have nothing to substantiate this, but here's what I'm feeling.
At all.
Nothing. This is all. I was in a drunken haze, and I made up a. This is like the fucking G Unit pitch. Check that pitch out on Facebook. This is how it came to me. Okay, so I'm thinking, right. Obviously, the real story is obviously very sad. Let's take a journey through my mind in this fan fiction, which I thought this sounds super plausible in my head. Okay, I'm thinking these guys are doing this van life fucking YouTube show, right? And what they're doing, right, is they're just running bricks of cocaine or heroin around the country, right?
I love it.
So they get to some place and they try to like screw somebody over, and she tries to like She tries to. I said something offensive yesterday. She tries to get her way out of it in a typical fashion, right? And
Typical
and then
scared white girl fashion.
okay, she tries to white girl her way out of it, right? She gets killed. He goes on the fucking run. Like, he's just fucking hightailing it back to fucking Florida. He's just ready to like, I'm going to get home. I'm going to get some fucking supplies. I know how to live off the motherfucking grid. I'm going to go into the swamps of fucking Florida. This dude tries to hide out. But this whole time, there's this fucking dude following him. He knows exactly where Brian's going. He's still going to get him. El Guapo never lets his fucking prey get away.
Just like the T-1000 or the T-9000 fucking following you, getting ready.
El Guapo is fucking doing it, dude. He's not even driving fast. He knows exactly. The whole cartel has been watching these motherfuckers for years because they've been running bricks.
Cruising, listening to NPR, just knowing where he's going.
So he takes out Brian Landry, but he does it. Oh, hey, my mom's listening to this. Sorry, Mom.
So penises.
So Guapo, like, he fucking takes him out, right? And he gets him, like, when he knows the fucking tide is going to come in. So he gets him. He takes his ass out. He knows, I got fucking, like, 30 days to get away now. They were never going to find me. But while this, I don't know, Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's going to fucking break his ankle trying to fucking find Brian. I got so much time. That's my personal fan fiction. There's nothing to substantiate it. I think if I was writing this movie, these motherfuckers were running bricks all around the motherfucking country in their van. They tried to white girl their way out of some shit. They got caught up in my fan fiction. The real story is very sad. Here at the Underqualified and Overcompensated, we take deaths very seriously, but this is my personal fan fiction. Signed, Rico.
Well, also, we don't know the real story.
They have not released cause of death for him
It's
yet.
Presumed, right? Because we know how she died.
Mm-hmm.
And
Asphyxiation.
knowing how he died isn't really going to help us, right? So, like, we'll never, unless you wrote it down, like, we'll never really understand what happened. We'll never know.
Look, according to, like, this guy, according to, you know, the general consensus online, he might have not been a great guy. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe he did this. Maybe he offed himself in a fucking, just like, oh my god, I killed her and I'm never gonna get away with it, dude. Whatever. You're a fucking asshole.
I personally think it's less tragic. That's what my wife thought, and I was like, no, this is what happened, right? He murdered her, accidentally or on purpose. He goes to dip, and he's like, I can live off the grid. He goes out into the fucking swamp, and he gets bit by a water moccasin and dies. That's what I'm thinking fucking happened.
It's better than being bit by a leather moccasin. That's
the air moccasins.
It's very rare, but you know. So that's my. I think like fan fiction is probably too strong of a thing. This is my personal theory based on nothing.
This is your alternate universe.
Yes.
This is where if this comes out, that this is what
you heard it here first on Uno.
We own the movie rights to this right now.
If these motherfuckers were running bricks across the country and then tried to like get out of it, like, I'm a YouTube star, you can't kill me.
Quentin Tarantino, reach out.
AQ ball, hit me up.
We got you, because I just realized that this would be an amazing Quentin Tarantino film.
I casted this one in my head earlier in the show.
Oh, did you? Did you pick Quentin Tarantino as the director?
No. I'm producing.
Yeah, producing, of course. I can't think of anyone else besides Quentin Tarantino to fucking direct that. That'd be or Clint Eastwood. Oh yeah.
Why would Clint Eastwood direct this one? What are you talking about?
Because we could make it overtly gritty.
I don't think Clint Eastwood has his finger on the pulse of young YouTube fucking influencers.
Fuck Alec Baldwin then. He needs a fucking job now.
He doesn't need a ball. He doesn't need a fucking job. He's got a job. His job is NDing. Alec Baldwin.
We'll get to that in a second. I do think your theory is fucking solid though.
Isn't it a solid one though?
It's very interesting. It's not completely out of the realm of privileged white kid YouTube star reality.
And that's the thing. It's like, hey, I'm white. And
I'm making assumptions.
And I'm living off the grid in a van for my YouTube channel every time they get pulled over. And they're like, oh, okay, that's super cool. Just keep it safe, kids. Meanwhile, pounds of fucking Colombian Christmas.
Pounds of it. All up in the wheel wells. Please pull them over. And they're like, these nice young kid YouTube stars, they're not doing anything sketchy out in the Utah desert. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, nothing not sketchy ever happens out in the Utah desert.
It's all sketchy.
I've done some sketchy shit in the Utah desert.
I've been the sketchy shit in the Utah desert. What is that? Oh, that's just sketchy Rico.
Hey, man. This is Rico naked in the moonlight covered in Crisco.
Sounds like a Tuesday to me.
What you doing, buddy? Watching the wolves. No, I'm interested to see what his journal has, because
Yes.
I listen to the news every
got-
morning as I drive into work, and they got all sorts of theories. They have pinned him as the murderer, and he's written his life
Have
manifesto
you
in
heard
the book.
anyone say my theory, though? I
Oh,
feel
no.
like I'm singular in this.
Nowhere near your theory, because you're thinking outside the box.
I'm thinking outside the box.
Everyone already thinks that he did, which, in honesty, I was talking to my wife the other day. If you don't want to look like you murdered your girlfriend in the middle of the Utah desert, don't take her shit. Go back home and then dip. Like, that's not look guilty 101. Don't leave. They tell you that. They say, hey, don't leave. We're the police. By the way, prime suspect numero, don't fucking leave. And you go, yeah, because that would make me look guilty if I left.
Nope. That's what I'm saying. He was running. He was running from El Guapo.
I like this story.
In my fan fiction.
I like this story a whole lot better because it's a lot less sad.
Yeah, it's less sad.
Yeah,
There's so much
because now
more
it's a story of
intrigue.
fuck around and find out. The other one is like a murder of presumably a very young, beautiful, nice young lady.
Yes.
But douche.
The truth of the story, at least of what we know so far, is very sad. However, people go missing every day, and nobody gets reported on like that. But that's just me. And but if this fucking story comes out and it's anywhere near the thought process in old Rico's head,
Just wait for our next big film.
you heard it here first.
This is time and date stamped.
Yes.
I will have my lawyer from Idaho call you if you try to fucking infringe on this. And I warn you, I assume he's a mediocre lawyer.
I'm just a simple Idahoan potato lawyer.
Hey, Andy, where you at? I'm just an everyday chicken farmer. So, I'm interested to see what happens with that. I personally think he got fucked up by some wild animal out there in the swamp.
Probably.
Trying to, hide out.
He probably offed himself. I mean,
it is a little sketchy. The parents found him within like an hour looking for him, but
oops. Yeah, that's because El Guapo showed up. He dropped him a few bucks and he was like, "You're gonna make this go away, or I'm coming for you, and I will kill your tomato garden in the backyard."
not the tomatoes. Oh, Waffle Man, he's got a good plan.
He does, man. That guy is
Speaking of bad plans, though.
Bad plans. Tell me about
Yeah.
bad plans.
So bad plans would be having an entire system to make sure that people don't get shot in the face when they're not supposed to get shot in the face.
Okay.
And then
Yes.
them getting shot in the face. First instance, in my mind, is Brandon Lee.
Brandon.
Tragic story, right? Had
It
a
wasn't the- it
beautiful
wasn't the-
career ahead of him.
It wasn't the gun that killed him. It was the curse of the Lee men, though. So you can't.
It
Don't
was.
blame the gun. Guns don't kill Lee men. Lee men kill
Lee
Lee
Man
men.
curses kill Lee Man.
I feel like I'm right on target here, much like Alec Baldwin.
Spot on. And ladies and gentlemen,
That's the end
to
of our show.
precurse to earlier when I was talking about the Irreverent Warriors.
Yes.
Irreverent, the reason why they chose that word for veterans is because irreverent means finding humor in darkness.
Yes.
That is the point, finding humor in a dark place.
Got
That is what veterans do very well. So when we talk about this shit, it's just how we cope with tragic things.
Yes, this is why I'm able to, in the shower or drunkenly, make a whole Gabby Petito fan fiction.
While touching himself. One not relying on the other. They're completely independent
Totally separate.
Just your normal 6 a.m. church session. It's average.
So I'm gonna paint a picture for you. It's like 11 o'clock my time. Me and Rhodes are playing Back for Blood. We stop for a cigarette. I come back online. I'm waiting for Rhodes. I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I'm like, Rhodes, Alec Baldwin snuffed a dude.
I was like, hey, man, you ready to start this road? And go, fuck, man, Alec Baldwin shot someone. I was like, what? And after Alec Baldwin's last internet snafu where he went crazy on a taxi driver, I was like, he finally shot someone?
But he doesn't like guns. He's not pro-gun. It shows.
He is notoriously anti-gun.
Unless he's getting paid to hold one.
Yes. Well, I mean, a lot of actors are. Tom Cruise isn't a big fan of guns either, and that man has handled metric shit tons of firearms in movies. And even like fucking Keanu Reeves, he's like, I'll train with them. He's like, I train with them to be good in the movies. He's like, but I'm not gonna. It's just fun.
Rich people have security. You heard it here first. This just in. They don't need that. Yeah. They don't need to carry guns. Much like your politicians that want to take away your guns, they don't need to carry guns.
Guarded by people with guns.
Because they got like 10 dudes with guns all around them.
I love those pictures of like when Biden was running for presidency, and it was like he was like doing a speech about gun control, and it was a zoom out picture of all the Secret Service, and it was just arrows, gun.
It's all the cleaners from Back for Blood, just like kitted out with like dual weapon cards and shit. Like, come on,
man, have a bat with spikes in it. But so Alec Baldwin, right? Tragically, this is a tragic story because a very up and coming young lady lost her life during this. From the stories that I've read and heard, like she was an upcoming producer. I can't remember exactly what her job is, but in the movie industry, like she was making moves and she was doing very well for herself. And the director got hurt as well.
Yeah.
But the young lady, she lost her life.
She did.
It's tragic. But as Dean Cain, who was on Fox News talking about this story, has said, there are so many steps that go into in the military, we're very safe with the weapons if someone's doing their job correctly as a safety. And the movie regulations for when they're handling firearms are so much more stricter than what we do at a range.
Oh, yeah.
And
we think it's fucking ridiculous.
And we have live fire. We have actual ammo. And we have less restrictions than they do with blanks.
I fired fucking basically a tank round.
Not even qualified on this.
With zero training. Hey, Doc, you want to go fire this fucking giant 80 mic? Hell yeah, bro. Let's send it.
No eye pro. Not even wearing kit.
No, I definitely had kit. I had to like squeeze in. There's like no space. Okay.
I've shot many a military firearms. No kit. It's like, fuck it. We're out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere on a range, and I'm like, hey, sir, should we be wearing our helmets? And he's like,
why?
No. Fuck this shit. Let's be comfy. I'm like, roger that.
If you're gonna die by accident, at least die by accident happy.
Yeah, be cozy. Don't have back pain. But there's so many steps to prevent a negligent discharge, but also just getting hurt. Because as people think sometimes with blanks is that it's just, a flash. It's not. There's a lot of projectiles coming out of the end of a blank. And depending on how much grain it has, how much the sound and shit that they want to use, where there's a half load, quarter load, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit coming out, a lot of heat. So you could melt someone's face, really bad burns. And if they're too close, you could even like percussion tertiary blast and just murder them.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't come out with all of the facts on exactly how this young lady was
Let me
killed.
update you. Let me update you.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched the news all day, so I'm not.
One, there was a real round in the gun.
So I heard that being thrown around, but it wasn't confirmed. Was there an actual?
I believe it's been confirmed now. There was a real round in the gun. Two, the lady in question, her husband's a lawyer who has dirt of the Clintons. I'm just going to leave that there.
Of course. Somehow it gets tied back to the fucking Clintons.
She did not suicide herself.
Oh, I didn't hear this, but a fucking course. Did Brandon Lee also have dirt on the Clintons?
That is a Lee curse. Having dirt on the Clintons.
The Clintons are the leakers. Hillary Clinton's granddaddy was like, this Bruce Lee motherfucker.
I'm just saying,
Gotta go.
It's floating around there. Her husband's a lawyer. Her husband was working on some cases that had to deal with the Clintons. Somehow this fucking round ends up this live round, which if you've ever been around live rounds and blanks, they don't fucking look the same. They look very different.
They don't. Well, I mean, they were confused on how one got in with Brandon Lee. They're like, how did a fucking live round get in there?
Yeah, dirt on Hillary. But now, like I saw in the Post earlier, the New York Post, not a really great source, but for some reason it pops up. It's like, hey, you lived in New York at one point. The New York pointed to a podcast of the gun handler who she was like afraid to take the job because she didn't have a lot of experience. And
the gun handler?
Yes, the person responsible for all of this, according to the New York Post. She was afraid to take the job because she hadn't had a lot of experience with it, and one of her relatives used to help her fucking make sure that everything was filled properly, and then she got this job. So it is what it is. I mean, look.
They should really just hire out-of-job veterans to be their weapons handlers. They really should, because if you want one dude to do it, an NCO who has attention to detail and a love for yelling at civilians for doing the wrong thing, especially simple shit.
I don't know if we're doing.
We'll probably do some Left 4 Dead.
Back for Blood. Back for Blood.
Back for Blood.
Yeah, it's on Xbox Game Pass. The best deal in gaming.
Can you download Back for Blood on your Xbox? And we can play. They should really just hire military veterans for these companies. And they're like, hey man, were you like a master gunner or something? You know, advanced rifle at your unit, and be like, yeah, I've handled a lot of firearms. And they'd be like, dope. Go yell at some fucking actors about fucking gun discipline. Like, yeah, what am I getting? $20 an hour? Fucking dope.
Could you imagine this dude? Like, what was he doing? Was he just like having a conversation? And he was Alec Baldwin, just fucking waving his fucking arms around and fucking flagged the fuck out of somebody and pulled the trigger. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's got fucking blanks in it or not. You don't point any sort of weapon at any fucking body.
Well, that's the thing. So you would think, for one, Alec Baldwin would know better because he's a seasoned actor, right? For two, when they do, even with blanks, if they're shooting like at a camera, right? She was a cinematographer, so she would have been in that area. They were shooting at a camera. They do it behind a ballistic window every time, and it can take a 9mm round. So like, they even do that with blanks, just in case.
Because blanks suck. Let me tell you a little quick story. In basic training, right? We were doing the last fucking ruck, and we got weapons filled with fucking blanks and shit, and we're all like fucking laying on the ground pulling security, and I totally peppered this girl next to me with the fucking blank casings, because guess what? Them motherfuckers are hot and they come out fast.
Did you just ND someone, or you just unloading
no.
on?
I was pulling security, and they were like, oh, there's somebody in the woods. So we were firing into the woods with blanks, and we were all super close, and I totally peppered this girl with damn casings because it's coming out of the ejection port, and the motherfuckers are hot. So yeah, a blank.
Blanks are live rounds just without the projectile.
Yeah,
the actual round. But so here is a latest story. It's 7 hours old.
Okay.
Just cruise through this real quick. Assistant director of the Western film Russ grabbed a prop pistol from a gray cart and handed it to the movie star Alec Baldwin, shouting "Cold gun," right?
Okay.
Which was supposed to indicate that it did not contain any live rounds and was safe to handle around the crew huddled by the camera. But the weapon fired when Mr. Baldwin pulled the trigger a few minutes later, so it shouldn't have been loaded with anything.
Yeah.
Not even blanks at this point.
No.
Completely cold, no rounds whatsoever. It was just supposed to be used. So that's probably what could have happened. Like, he pointed in her direction. It's supposed to not have a round in it. But discharging a live projectile that hit the director. See, so they're just saying projectile. That could mean a round or just the shit inside of the blank.
I had already seen that it was confirmed as a live round.
It also hit director Joel Souza in the shoulder and struck the director of photography. Hold on. So it hit 2 people. Mm-hmm. 1 round.
Yeah, they were standing in a row. I only got 1 bullet. You stand on the line.
this isn't fucking Back for Blood.
Deep
The first official
penetration.
account of the killing, which has rocked the entertainment industry and raised questions, was released late Friday. Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Baldwin has cooperated with investigators. Many basic logistical details of the shooting. It leaves many questions unanswered. The report, namely how a live round. Okay, so it was a live round. Ended up in a gun fired by an actor. The assistant director did not know live rounds were in the prop gun.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you fucking look? And also Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
All my condolences go out to you, and it must be a very, very hard time that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
But when someone hands you a weapon,
You don't fucking point at him.
well, no. You look at it. Regardless.
He doesn't. He's got a guy for that.
No, you're the guy.
No, he's got a guy for that.
Yeah, that guy checks it first, and then he hands it to you, and you go, uh-huh.
If I can't trust that guy, what am I going to do?
We do that in an arms room. They hand us an empty gun, and we go, rack, cool, and you walk off.
No, you only rack because you like to hear the sound of racking it.
It makes me feel like I'm in Call of Duty.
I'm a fucking hero.
No, I honestly, I'm so scared of accidentally NDing. Not shooting anyone, just NDing because it's so embarrassing and you're such a shitbag for doing it. I am hyper vigilant about making sure my weapon's clear.
Yeah.
I look deep into the star chamber, make sure there's like nothing there. I am hyper aware.
I look
And
straight
it's not
on
for
the barrel.
safety. It's for embarrassment's sake. Like I don't want to be that guy. I'm like rack. To continue on, the weapon was set up on the tray by the movie's weapons specialist or armor, along with a Western-style gun belt used in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
The detective did not say what the armor told investigators who arrived at the scene. Miss Hutchins, who was 42, was sitting in front of Mr. Souza, the director, watching the scene play out when the projectile struck her. The armor was given the prop gun after it was fired by actor Alec Baldwin, and then took the spent casing out of the weapon before handing it over to the police. Mr. Baldwin was wearing old Western-style clothing during the filming and changing his street clothes, turning his costume.
Yeah, the plot for Rust, which at first I was like, are they making a video game with Alec Baldwin? I mean, a video game, a movie based on the video game, but with Alec Baldwin. That sounded super weird to me. But the plot of the movie is he's defending his son or whatever for being wrongfully convicted or being accused of murder or some shit like that. Either way,
Okay, seems like it would have been a good movie.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna do great because somebody fucking died.
They just used that scene.
Yeah, it's the next fucking Dark Knight. The Dark Knight only did great because Hugh Jackman, Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger fucking died. He wasn't that great of a Joker. Let's be real.
Yeah, there's not much more information out on it. Yeah, not a whole lot out on it right now, but it's a terrible thing. But
it is.
There are many steps that got fucked up, let alone the live round. Like I just said, the simple fact that he should have checked it, and it's a wheel gun, so you just go,
He's anti-gun.
That's a shiny brass fucking thing.
He doesn't know how to check it. He's anti-gun. He would have never been taught how to properly check them.
Yes, he would have. He's handled guns in movies before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So many movies.
Those were not. That was CGI.
Oh, it was a stand-in.
That was the stunt guy.
And, like, if you're an actor with this look, like, you know how to handle weapons, and if you don't, you shouldn't be in movies with guns.
I'm acting. What do you want from me? I'm an actor.
I remember it was a fucking beautiful clip of Will Smith, who has also done extensive firearms training. He's like they were at a range.
Wilson the volleyball or Will Smith the non-volleyball?
Will Smith the non-volleyball actor.
Okay, all right, makes sense.
Yeah. Also, they don't look like one's white. So
Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see colors.
You a dog or a donkey?
Yeah, I'm just a dog trying to chase that bone.
But Will Smith, he's at a range for one of his movies, and they're training, and another guy grabs the weapon and immediately puts his finger on the trigger, and Will Smith reaches over and grabs the gun from him. Like, look at him, like, what the fuck are you doing?
And he said,
and like moved his finger.
That's how
And
Brandon
he's like,
Lee
"Hey
died,
man,
my
trigger
friend."
discipline, like fucking watch yourself." And I'm like, "Good for you, Will Smith, fucking paying attention to the safety briefs." Bomb as fuck.
Will Smith did not get as far as he did without following the safety brief.
This is my safety. Oh, but very bad thing.
Very bad. Again, we've talked about 2 stories that we've made light of so far. 2 very dark stories.
Let's bring it up a little bit. Child cancer.
Totally fine. I mean, you win the lottery. I mean,
yeah, to talk something a little lighter. Child cancer. Yeah, this is just a fucking. This news week was
yeah.
I mean, the Gavin Petito thing has been going on for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Last week they found a soldier dead behind the barracks, and of course I haven't heard anything about that.
Of course, in Fort Hood.
Yeah, it's Fort Hood.
Yeah.
Well, literally 2 days prior to that, a female soldier went fucking AWOL, and
but they found her.
She was dead
fine.
too. Well, yeah, they found her, but we thought she was dead for like a day.
You assume they're always dead.
Yes. We're like, hey man, have you seen Steve? And Steve was just smoking with you in the smoke shack, and like,
I haven't seen him in 10 minutes. He's dead. We gotta find the body.
Speaking of like irreverent humor, like we're in the smoke shack getting ready to go out for our medical mask shit, our final evaluation, which is like 12, 18 hours. We're out in the fucking woods running and shit doing mass cow training. And we're standing there, it's like 1900, we're getting ready to like fucking get our shit together and rock out. And someone's reading on their phone that the girl went missing the day before. So we're all standing there, and the guy goes, "Would it fucking suck if they're like, hey guys, the mission's canceled, we're gonna go out and look for this chick?"
I had to
Hands across Fort Hood, you guys aren't doing your evaluation, you're just gonna go find this girl in the desert. And we're like, fuck.
Dude, it happens. There's a dude that's been missing here for a long ass motherfucking time. They've never found this dude. And I had to go fucking climb a mountain and get into this fucking cave with there's probably cursed. It probably's got the Brandon Lee cursed death somewhere in there because there was
an ancient Indian barrow.
Yeah, there's carvings all over the fucking wall, and it's like they got everybody all over this fucking mountain trying to fucking find this dude. It's like, let's go check the mountains. He's probably there.
Well, do you remember at Dugway, that one guy that they never found?
Yeah.
That disappeared on the back gate?
Yeah.
Where I got lost that one time and almost ran out of gas?
Yeah, because the black suitor, the black SUV guys got him.
That's what I think is what happened.
And he tried to Gabby Petito his way out of a situation.
So, story time. And as much as I can remember of this, right? I started the story years ago, but at Dugway Proving Grounds, where both of us lived for a while.
Yes, we did.
And may or may not have worked in affiliation with some sort of government agency.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
No. But Dugway is a very large level 5 biochemical testing facility.
Whoa, spoilers.
Yeah, right? Oof. Google it.
The sheeps are dead. The birds are dead.
It doesn't have MPs on it. It's guarded by the federal police that work and live there. And it's all gated around. And the front part where you drive through the main gate, that's the residential area. It's not too bad. There's one gate, not a lot of guards.
That was the testing area. And then we were all living on top of fucking UXO.
Yeah. But then on the backside, because the whole house is the size of Rhode Island. So it's a very large training area because they blow shit up, 60,000 pound bombs of chlorine and all sorts of shit, laser grid testing. It has the second largest runway, which is the secondary landing site for the fucking.
Let me help you real quick because you're giving away too many spoilers. We don't need to
all of this is Googleable, which means it's not confidential. I have checked because someone was asking me about it one day, and I was like, "Hold on," and I had to look at the things I was about to tell them. I'm like. And also, I've never signed anything or received a brief saying not to tell me.
It was in your contract when you joined the Army.
No, they have to tell you it's classified. That's how it works.
You had to be classified to be there.
No, but they have to tell you. They can't have you a packet with nothing on there, and then you tell someone and be like, "That was classified." Be like, "It didn't say it." Didn't say
Spoiler. You had to be classified to be there. We had to be classified. We were there with the requirement of being classified.
Generally, except who didn't have a secret clearance while they were
I was actually what happened was what had happened was is I was allowed to go there because they were still doing my clearance investigation. Then
Oh,
they
yeah.
and by the time they pulled my clearance, it was too
I was
late.
already there.
I'm not going to PCS now. I've already been here. How long did it take you for this investigation to see I had debt from my previous situation?
Yeah, so when the rest of us had to go down to the testing site for 24-hour EMS shift, Rico didn't have to fucking go.
Yeah, I pulled fucking testing duty and not testing duty. I pulled EMS duties on the other
Oh,
side.
for the housing. Yep.
I kept your family safe. My bad.
Oh, thank you for your hard work playing Xbox.
You're welcome. I did not. I never want. Actually, I probably fucking did.
Yeah, don't you fucking lie.
I may have
Because I
never
did.
once. No, I would read a lot and watch movies off.
I can neither confirm nor deny. But either way, so they do a lot of testing. It's a big place. But the backside is a no-go area.
No go.
And it borders Nevada,
Mm-hmm.
Wendover, right? And so if you drive through the desert near Wendover, you can get to that back gate, but it's
Yeah.
no entrance. It says you'll get fucking shot. Don't go here.
You will die.
Yeah, I only know it says that because I got lost.
And he
On
died.
my way back home.
This
and I
isn't
died.
even the first roads. This is roads 2.
Yeah, they've cloned me.
The crossroads. I don't know.
Well done. Well done. I don't hate that. I got lost coming back home out there. It was my second time. I've been there for like a month and a half at that point.
Mhm.
Google said go this way, which is why people get lost out there, because Google says go through the back way, which doesn't exist. Unless you try real hard, because then the back way does exist.
If you talk to it real nice, the back way
Yeah,
exists. If you
super sweet.
if you nag it for a while, the back way does exist. Like it's just
Years
like fine.
and years of just constant haggling.
Constant just like dropping hints and comments.
That stuff.
I was talking about the back entrance.
That's what I. But so and it's not like a concrete road that comes up to it. It's a dirt fucking road.
Yeah.
You come up on the gate. I got lost out there.
Aldean Road, if you will.
Come up to the fucking gate and it says, "Do not fucking go here. You will get shot." And I was like, "Dope." And I turned around and I went fucking back.
I love how
But
the
when I-
sign just drops the F-bomb.
Yeah, it was like, "Hey, bro, no."
Hey, what the fuck, guy? You want to get shot?
Showtime.
You
I'm
try
out.
to take this L for life?
But I get back and then our NCO he
Uh-huh.
goes, "Where were you?" Because I was late to PT because I was driving for so long. He's like, "Where were you?" I was like, "I was on the backside. I got lost." And he's like, "Oh shit, that's where fucking Williamson was." And he disappeared. I was like, "Huh?" No one told me this story. And a soldier,
I forgot how we even got to the.
yeah, we finally got to it, right? A soldier, he went on leave, came back, and he was missing. So they went to go look for him, and they found his vehicle out there, and his phone, keys, wallet, all of it was in the vehicle. But he was fucking gone. That was fucking, 13 years ago at this point? Because when
At
we were
this
there, it
point,
was like
yes,
5
and
years.
that makes me feel bad about me because that was, to me, thinking about it, this wasn't too long ago, and then I realized I've been doing this for like almost 9 years. So yeah, that was a while ago,
I think it's like, yeah, right?
and that was like
It's been 9
the
years.
that was like the year that before we got there or some shit because I met
But
someone.
no, it was like 4 years.
Was it? I don't know. I met somebody in the civilian side that was friends with him, and that was an awkward dinner conversation.
You did. You did. I remember that. But yeah, he went fucking
at a policeman's
missing.
ball.
He went fucking missing, and they kept looking for him for years. And then finally, while we were there, they declared him dead. But they never fucking found this dude. I'm like, how?
Never.
But after driving out there, it's like the fucking Deliverance Hills Have Eyes, some shit. Like there's random trailers that people are living in.
The
Out on the
fucking
backside of both.
what is the name of the fucking place? Skull Valley. I went there. My phone stopped working while I was PCSing there. So I'm
Oh,
driving.
it's so fucked. You're driving past radioactive signs.
I'm driving past radioactive motherfucking signs, dead fucking animals, just like, what the fuck am I? I've been on this Skull Valley road for probably 30 minutes and I've seen nothing. Nothing.
50 miles of desert highway and it's open range, so like cattle die on the side of the road all the time. But you're
And
driving
they,
past
and
signs
they
that
never
say shit's
decompose for
deadly.
some reason. Well, there was a cow there that was dead for a year.
It seems like it. In the same spot.
In the same
Never
motherfucking spot.
bloated? Never bloated or anything.
No vultures fucking came over and just like.
No
Nope.
coyotes, like, left it the fuck alone. That drive to Skull Valley is sketchy.
That drive to Skull Valley is sketches.
I remember reaching the fucking abandoned gas station halfway through the road.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, guys, this is a 50-mile long, not 50 mile, but it's a 45-minute drive. If you're not hauling ass.
Yeah, and then you can haul ass on that road because what you call it, the
Oh, yeah,
cows are
100
just
miles an
fucking
hour.
free roam. So it's like I'm doing $120 allegedly. And I'm doing $120, and all of a sudden this cow, and then you got to pay for 14 generations of cow. Like I gotta get this motherfucking dowry for goddamn cow guts because you let your cow run free. Fuck you.
Hey, by the way, at 120 you hit a cow, you don't gotta pay shit because you are dead as fuck.
I never.
You just hit 1,000 pound animal at 120. Gonzo.
That heifer.
Yeah, I would or would not allegedly cannot confirm or deny go 100 down that road, and then you hit that one bump and go fucking airborne. And we know where that bump is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But that gas station, like I hit halfway and I hit the gas station, I was like, dude, I am not in the right fucking place. And so I call up Caruso and I'm like, hey, this was on my way to Dugway for the first time. I'm like, hey, I'm at an abandoned gas station. He's like, oh yeah, just keep fucking going. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, keep going. You're going to hit a Mormon church.
Yep.
Take a right at the Mormon church. And I was like, am I going to come into a city? He's like, no. Just a Mormon church. A random Mormon church. Hang a right. And then you'll see the gate. So I'm driving. I see the Mormon church. By the way, it just looks like it's a lone church in the middle of the desert because that's what it is. Just a lone Mormon church for all the farmers in the area right there. And then you look to your right and there's gates. Say, welcome to Dugway. Don't fucking come in.
And if you're like me and they're not expecting you because they haven't gotten a new soldier in like 13 generations, the fucking police persons pull fucking M4s on you and make you fucking wait until somebody fucking escorts your ass in.
For one, I never heard this. For two, we know it's not because they haven't received new people.
Did you just try to get on me?
Hey, I got a room.
I got a brown
Guy in
guy.
a Mustang coming up here.
This guy in an all fucking black fucking Mustang, blacked the fuck out. Everything.
It was a nice Mustang.
Let's see. Ramball's talking about go to the church, pledge your souls to Greg. All praise Greg.
Oh, Greg. Power be to Greg.
Rhodes, can you play a non-copyrighted song of your own making for DG King?
That guitar is super not playable.
Why not?
It's
What's
pretty. Oh, the neck's all fucked on it. Can't hold tune worth shit. It looks pretty, but it's not good. And then my other one's out in the car. I also have allergies. You know what? Next show, I got you, DG King. Jump on. I got you.
Share, like,
I'm not
subscribe.
hiding. There's
Tell your
videos of me
friends.
singing online. They exist. I was a worship pastor.
You know what?
I'm not dipping.
We have a non-copyrighted song that we both feature on. Are you ready for this?
Cold brew, it's so good. Stay up all night on the hood, on the hood. No gangster doesn't even know who the hell the shit is drop. But it built it up. Don't ask me why. Don't ask why. Fucking bang bang, she is gonna stay. Yeah. Fucking bang bang, yeah. That's good if you didn't get it right now.
That's the serial song. I am Bucky Bang Bang. That is the kid. If you want more, check out our Patreon and OnlyFans.
I'm sorry about that. We need to do a better version. It was so
Yes.
that we were fucking toasted.
Oh yeah,
I was
we were gonna
thinking, like,
run
I
that.
hate listening to it because I'm
It's-
just out of tune. I'm just
Oh yeah,
peeking
the audio's
everywhere.
bad. Yeah.
Oh well, the audio's bad. I was just so drunk. I didn't know what key we were in. I was just fucking going for it. And
We
every
were
time I hear it,
gonna-
I'm like,
We were going to run that bit when we interviewed 5 Times August. Stay tuned to the show. Share, like, subscribe. We do interviews sometimes. I mean, really, we're better than our interviews, but the dude from 5 Times August was actually really cool. That was one of the
that was a
better
really, really good
interviews.
show. We
That was
should
one of the
have
better
played
ones
it
we
for him and been like, hey, man, what do you think about our EP? He probably would have, like, come back on screen, like, thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys were the trash.
Oh, I thought you were just bad at podcasting.
It turns out you're bad at everything.
Oh, but he was great, Brad Istimus.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not trying that.
Nope. I didn't want to do it during the show, and I shouldn't have done it now.
Just in case you're wondering, I'm Bucky Bang Bang. That's the kid.
Yes. Bucky Bang Bang and the kid. Rico put on my cowboy hat, and
Now I've got my own. You can kind of see it back there above that license plate.
These are like Stetsons. Now I got my own. Yes, when we would be drinking at Dugway.
Yes.
Yep, as we
Fun
do,
times,
because there was
fun
like
times.
12 of us there. Rico would then put on the hat, and he would go from Rico to Bucky Bang Bang. And shit would get real.
Shit just
And every
gets
so often
weird
we would
like
play
that.
some songs. It was great. Well, we'll put it up because we didn't have a feature, a rap
We do
feature.
have a feature. We haven't gotten his approval. That was the other guy. So you got stuck at the back gate.
Yeah,
But at least you didn't have to sleep in a motherfucking tree to not get eaten by coyotes or snakes or some shit.
Fucking them.
Well, let's not use his real name. The other individual on the Serial song, which we didn't get to, he had a situation where he crashed his vehicle on his way to Dugway Proving Ground, and
He got lost in the same fucking place I did, and that the other dude disappeared in.
his fucking phone died. He had no way to contact anybody to say, "Hey, everything has gone fucking foobar." And he had
There's no phone service out there either. That's the shitty part. Otherwise, I would have called someone a long time ago when I got lost.
He had to spend the night in a motherfucking tree.
Because out there, so there's like a little city out there, but it's all dirt roads. There's no street signs, and there's no street lights on the backside of that in that city. So driving around, that's how I got lost because there's no street signs. So I'm like trying to find my way back to the main highway. So the gentleman, all right, he did the same thing. His car crashed, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna walk to the nearest house and like try to find a phone." And he walked for hours, and that's why he slept in a tree. Because I'm like, "Why don't you just sleep in the car?" Because he couldn't get back to his fucking car because he didn't know where he was. And this isn't like we got an infantryman that should know how to like land nav and like navigate by the moons and the stars. He was like a pad clerk, so
He's like a
straight out of AIT.
92 something. I don't know.
Oh, he's a pad clerk, 68 kilo, whatever the fuck.
No, Kilo is lab tech. Sierra is
Golf.
Maybe it's a golf.
68 golf? Yeah. But yeah, he got stuck out there. It was like, I'm in the desert, and he's not from like the wild. Like, I'm from the country. I could be like, I could survive out here for a day. Him, not so much. So he's like, I don't know what's out here, chupacabras and snakes and shit. So he goes and sleeps in a fucking tree. How did we find him the next day?
He finally found
found a house?
He finally found a house. He knocked on the door. He's in army fucking PTs because that's the only clothes he had on him or some shit. He left his water and his fucking his protein bars in the car. So he had no food, no water. He slept in the fucking tree. And then he finally found a nice person in Utah to open their door to this young person of color. And
this random black guy in the fucking desert. That's the best part because like he said, like you walked up to this trailer, and like there's old cars out front. It's in the desert. It's not like a yard. It's like just like imagine a movie of an old desert junkyard.
Yeah.
That's what he was walking up
It's
on.
the opening scene to my Gabby Petito fan fiction where they do where
Yes.
they pick up the bricks.
And just random black guy wandering through the Utah desert, approaching his house, and he's like, "Dude, I 100% thought I was gonna die."
That's why I say Utah is so nice. They're super progressive. They're nice to everybody. If that would have been
They
like
are.
North Dakota, he probably would have got fucking shot.
He would have disappeared. Like backwoods Georgia, we never would have heard from him ever again.
Rib guy we never met because he didn't make it.
Oh man, they should really like contact Google and be like, "Hey, this isn't a route. Stop
No.
sending motherfuckers this way. People be dying, bro. You know how many people we had to kill on that gate because you keep sending them that way?"
These are the roads that fucking Zuckerberg and fucking Bezos take to get to the Stargate. So yeah, that's totally a route.
You're right. That actually also another movie that we just greenlit.
Social media icons are actually Stargate people.
They're aliens from the Stargate. The Copenhagen fuckers. They removed their little gold thingy from their forehead.
Stargate is an underrated science fiction property. You should go back and watch it. It was actually really
100%
good.
should.
And
A
if
couple
you watch
months ago, I did go back and watch it.
did you watch Stargate SG-1? Because
Yes.
the first season even got titties because it was
So
on Showtime.
actually- did. And so actually, before I did that, I
Uh-huh.
went back and watched the Kurt Russell movie.
Yeah, that one was good.
I watched that first
Yeah,
and then went into SG1. Like
yeah.
3 months ago, I was like, fuck it. Like I saw a clip on Facebook of the movie. I was like, dope. So I went and watched the movie, which was also really fucking good.
Yeah, the movie's great.
Yes. And then went into the show and I got like 2 seasons into it and then I got bored. So I stopped, but I'll go back to it.
No, you go all the way through. Then you watch Atlantis.
Atlantis, also not bad.
What was the last one? The last one was like super different, but still very good. Stargate, we don't have titties no more.
I do remember that like 3 episodes in, all of a sudden there's titties. I'm like, huh.
Maybe it wasn't Atlantis because it had like
No.
a really good actor in it too.
What?
Star-
With titties?
Yeah, any actor with titties.
Stargate Universe.
Yeah, Universe is good.
Yeah, they also had Stargate Infinity, an animated show.
No, I never saw
And
that.
in 2018, they had Stargate Origins.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Nope, never heard of it. And that's probably because it barely existed. It only had 10 episodes. It was from February to March in 2018. They were just like, yeah, this ain't getting much.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah, and they tried to redo the Raw story, and
I'd watch the fuck out of that Ramball. Ramball says Star Titty Gates. I'd be about it. You see, I mean, it is what it is. For years, there were titties and everything. Now it's like full frontal dicks and everything. I was watching White Lotus on fucking HBO Max. The first episode, Steve Zahn has like his dick out and showing his balls.
I'm all for it. Like that's the perfect vibe. Not gonna lie, catches me by surprise sometimes.
I'm used to it now.
Because, well, I am used to it now, but when they first started just being like, fuck it, equal rights, right? Dicks everywhere.
But see,
Caught
that's
me by
different.
surprise. But that's because I grew up in such a long generation of it got to the point to where just boobs on screen
Quick
wasn't
debate.
an exciting thing, right? It was like normal. And then they start throwing dicks out there. And I'm
White
like,
Dick Lotus. White Dick POTUS. He had to,
that's the porn version.
So let me okay. So
Please.
men's chests have been everything. They're on regular over the air antenna fucking TV shows. Boobs are something that was relegated to cable, right? You don't really see
Even then, it was a blurry nipple. Can't show the nipple. Or no, you could show, cable. Even
Yeah.
like TLC had to blur the nipple.
yeah.
Unless we're talking about Showtime, HBO.
But like, so they went from like you could as soon as you show a vagina, it is like rated X.
Not
But
if it has
you
a bush. If it has a gigantic
No,
bush.
that's a merkin.
Fine.
That's a covering. You
Well,
can't
not a real
you,
bush.
you
but-
can't show a bare vagina,
No,
or
can't do it.
a bare vagina. I think they're spelled differently.
A
No bare
bear's vagina?
vaginas or bare vaginas. I'm gonna make that my new show. Bare vagina or bare vagina? You pick. But you can show,
Underqualified and over vagina.
but so they can't show bare or bare vaginas, but you can show full on fucking dicks like it's no big deal. I feel like I don't give a shit. I'm a
Is
fucking.
it still thing though? Can they still not show vagina?
Yeah, you still can't show vagina because if
You
you
still
show
can't?
vagina, it's rated X. I'm a fucking medical professional. I don't give a fuck. I've seen a million dicks in my life. I don't give a shit.
So many dicks.
So many dicks. The
There have been
combination
so
of the two
many
of us,
dicks this far from my face.
Bucky Bang Bang and the kid have seen more dicks than you've ever seen. Guaranteed.
Actually, I'll go as far as to say that I've handled more dicks than you. I've had more dicks in my hand, inches from my face, than most women.
So a dick don't scare us. But I think it's super fucking weird that if you show a lady's business, I mean,
That
actually-
I can't kiss and tell.
Alejandro Rambo asks, how many bare vaginas have you seen? I'll
Right.
be Googling bare vaginas after this and see what happens.
Honestly, I'm about to pull it up.
What does a bare vagina look like? Not a bear one, but a bear one.
I'll spell it right. And
So-
there it is. And that's like 1970s porn. It's fun.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is Bucky Bang Bang and the kid aren't cock shy, so we don't give a shit about that. But I think it's super weird how you can go full frontal cock, but you can't show any bit of vagina and then claim that things are like equal or
They're
it's
more
just
equal.
weird.
They're more equal.
How are they more
Because-
equal?
Well, because men were allowed to be bare chest. Women couldn't show the boobs. Now,
That's
tits are
stupid.
everywhere, right?
Tits are nowhere
Tits are
anymore.
everywhere.
People don't show tits anymore.
Well, they do. They just do it casually.
Here's a tit.
Like in the sex scene, it's no longer like it used to be when there was a tit. Like they would focus. Like they're not centered on the tit, but the cinematographer's like show the tit. Now it's just like she's walking around in a
that's the money
see-through
shot.
shirt, and the focus is not the titties; it's the conversation or something going on in the background. Like titties are just titties now, which is fine with me. As I was telling someone today at the hike,
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't matter who you are, what your body type is. If you show any man your titties, he's gonna smile
All right.
because no matter who the man is, be like, I like seeing boobs. You don't have to fucking censor that out. Dudes like tits. Okay.
No. I was trying to drop my handle of wild turkey over here without making a lot of mic noise.
Oh. Yeah. If you are, this is my PSA. If you are a woman and you feel like you have a body to be undesired and you don't think that any man would find you attractive, I'm telling you right now, you are a fucking liar.
If you want it rated, just go over and go to our page, send us a direct message. We will let you know if your tits are okay.
Don't do that. I value my life.
And guess what? This is for men too. Let's see them titties.
You know what? Equal opportunity. Send me pictures of your bare vaginas and dicks.
I don't want to see bare dicks.
My only fans are just bare vaginas and bare dicks.
We are tit ducks.
Oh my god, Rambo is fucking
Rambo's on fire
today. He is fucking doing it. Oh, but I agree with you. There is a disparity.
You agree
there.
with me that if somebody's concerned about their titties, they should just send them to us. We will let everyone know if they're okay.
I am an unqualified medical professional, so
No, we actually qualify medical professionals. We are
Yeah, but not to tell you anything
underqualified
about it.
podcasters.
but I am not qualified to tell you anything about your titties, except for noise.
On a scale of noise to noise, where would you go? Noise.
Like, hey, like if Asher was walking, like, hey, do you think that's a lump? Tits.
What? What'd you say?
I am like a 12-year-old boy. Like, even when we're watching TV, someone will go full front, just boom, and I just go, tit. Or then she'll be like, hey, babe, and I turn around the corner, and my wife's like, just being cheeky. Show her boobs, I'm like, tit. I am 29 years old. I've been married for 8 years, and I still just go, Doctors without degrees.
There are doctors without borders, and there are doctors without degrees. That's us, right? We're doctors with a 3-month cert.
I went to school in Tijuana, University of Guatemala. I agree. I agree with you. As more things, right, with sexuality representation are becoming more prominent. So awesome, right?
Yeah, we're not even going to touch on the not Jamie Foxx, fuck Dave Chappelle, fucking Netflix shit. It is what it is. I watched it.
Oh, should I not share my opinion that I didn't care?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I didn't care.
Okay.
Come at me. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not racist or hateful at all, and I support all people. Because guess what? You may be trans or gay or whatever, but up here, this shit's fucking weird. And I know this.
Brains are weird. All brains are weird.
Yeah. If half people knew what was going through here half the goddamn time, I'd be in a clinic. Not okay. But yeah, he said what he said, but representation is great. You know what? Equal representation. Yeah. Man boobs, titties.
Penises, vaginas.
Yeah, and you know what? Throw in a good brown eye there once in a while. Come on, HBO, up your game.
All the buttholes. Ramball says everyone is equally worthless.
Join the army. That's the DoD's next slogan.
Why is my
besides join the army? What else do you have?
In inches. I don't know how big my chest is in inches.
How big your chest is? Yeah, like a man's chest.
No fucking know.
Just text her back and say bigger than Rhodes' bitch ass chest.
That was apparently a half hour ago, so I don't think I have to answer that.
She's figured it out. She's already come in here and measured while we were filming.
What is she Is she trying to fucking plan my casket? I see you. I fucking see you. Trying to fucking kill me.
She's about to fucking Alec Baldwin your ass.
Oh, look at this is empty.
Which, by the way, as we close, of course.
Lewis joined the chat. Lewis, you're so happy joining the army. You're fine.
We all did it.
We all did it.
I did it 3 times, so it's fine. It's going okay.
And, I was about to get the fuck out.
Oh, shit, did it change?
But I was about to get the fuck out. And
this is where we now Cher's pregnant again.
No. Not there yet. The army turned you into an alcoholic.
No. You were already an alcoholic?
Yeah, you just didn't
know. The army let you realize your potential of alcoholism. It was always inside you.
The army gave you ample time to figure out that you were an alcoholic.
You were like an alcoholic caterpillar in a cocoon of depression. And then the army just gave you the sunlight.
You were scared to be like,
you needed.
Can I do this? And now you know you can. You're a vodka, rum, bourbon, stinking fucking butterfly. Good for you.
A self-hating, loathing butterfly, depression and anxiety. Hua.
Big ol' hua.
What was I saying?
I don't fucking know. We were only going to go an hour, so say what you're going to say. Bare vaginas or bare vaginas, you pick one. If you're thinking about suicide, contact us. If you want to show us your tits, send your tits and we'll figure out if they're okay or not.
Just go out with a Rodney Carrington Show Them to Me song. Fantastic song. Also, that's not Rodney Carrington.
I don't know who Rodney Carrington is. He's a country guy.
He's
Bucky Bang Bang don't follow any fucking country people because I am country. I'm Bucky Bang Bang.
Rodney Carrington is a drastically underrated comedian, and musician. That's beside the point. So yes,
Ramball is trying to angle his way around a butt chug. That's
I'll go through our chocolate starfish. It can be done. I may or may not have witnessed this. few times. Because when you do sketchy shit, ladies and gentlemen of the Barracks, always have medical coverage.
Always have medical coverage. Always.
Even if it's 3 a.m. and your doc is asleep, you wake that fucker up.
No, fuck you. Leave me alone.
No. Regardless if you say that, they're going to do it anyway.
Fuck you. Leave me alone.
That's what they did to me. And then somehow they got a key. I don't know how that worked.
See, I was super fortunate because I was in a barracks full of medics.
You had a very, with like 5 of us, you had a very altered barracks experience
Yes.
than the rest of us had.
Because where we were at when we started, there was 20-ish soldiers on post.
Yeah. You had your condo.
I know. I had my apartment.
Your army supplied condo.
Everybody's like complaining about living in barracks. I'm like, I had a full fucking apartment to myself. I'm like just chilling, dog.
2-bed, full bath, full kitchen.
Bear Grylls. That's who's in charge of the Bear Vagina Med coverage.
Oh, but with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the show. We've had some great people commenting on there. We love you guys.
Let me make a comment on that real quick.
Oh, when we were there? Fuck no.
So, yes, you don't get your room inspected every morning? No, because that's fucking stupid. You joined the army and they have people checking your fucking room every goddamn day, which is retarded. Don't share this, but like and subscribe. But
with that also, like on the counterpart, like Devil's Advocate, it is stupid to check their room every day, and I felt that way. I would do it like twice a week. But then you go into that one soldier's room that proves the point.
Ooh.
Yeah, but then you have that one soldier that proves the point as to why you check every day, because you go to his room and it's fucking
God. Yeah, there's always one bear vagina motherfucker.
You got a stack of bear vaginas on the wall.
It's just got bear vaginas on the fucking wall. And it's just like, oh my God, dude. But checking rooms, ultimately, is a stupid, fucking ridiculous practice. Yeah, somebody fucked up. That's why people do it all the fucking time. And someone will continue to fuck up. But when you have to get your shit checked every day, it's fucking stupid. And 11 o'clock, dude, I used to blow my fucking barracks up. Blow it up. They would find me on the pool table, drunk, talking about who trying to fuck.
There were a few days, like I'm going to the laundry room, it's 11 o'clock, I was watching Game of Thrones, walking out there, Rico's just singing to himself in the day room.
Grinding on the fucking partition.
Magic Miking, no one else in the room.
I do it for me. It's not for other people. It's for me. Is that a bear vagina in your fucking toaster, Rambo? Like, Rambo's on fire tonight.
No, we didn't. And our NCOs, since we were such a small, there was only 20 of us. And not just like, it was only medics and medical on the whole post-military. And so we only had 3 NCOs for all of us.
Our sergeant major had 0 soldiers.
Yeah. So our major barely. So they were like, why are we going to check these dudes' room, right? Like, we're just fucking be adults. And there's only 5 of us in the barracks. The rest of us lived in housing. So, like, why the fuck am I going to check them? But, you know, then we went with the real army. And then I became an NCO. And then I had to check these fuckers' rooms.
It's so dumb. Because guess what? We survived at Dugway Proving Ground without CQ.
No one died.
Without fucking staff duty.
Also no CQ.
You know what?
When we a unicorn, people.
When they did room checks, I got 3 months notice that they were going to do it. And I still waited till the last minute. And then my master sergeant, he would be like, I knew you were cleaning because I could hear fucking music 3 blocks down the fucking road.
And then before the inspection, they would let us go an hour early to clean. But hey, we're going to be over in your room in like an hour. So dip out of the clinic and be like, go get your shit ready. That's not how inspections are supposed to work, but check Raj.
Yeah, y'all know y'all got nothing going on. Goddamn Dugway Proving Ground.
Yeah. I'm used to, and I got there from Korea where I would stand outside my room after laying all my shit out for all day. And guess what? Sergeant Major never came. You're standing outside your room waiting. People are sleeping in the hallways. Some people just gave up and they're just playing Call of Duty with their door open, just waiting to hear. Fuckers are drinking already. It's noon. Like, fuck this shit.
Actually,
You were supposed to be here 4 hours ago.
we were talking about changing the name of the podcast. I think Bear Vaginas is very, very like, oh god, I got to click on Bear Vaginas. See what
It
that
would
is.
definitely be a click-worthy name. Like, people would be like,
They're not talking about bear vaginas or bear vaginas.
but for like the first 2 episodes, all we talk about are just bear vaginas. That way it throws them off. And then you get those weirdos like, finally, a podcast for me.
God,
Finally, they've heard me,
I was on the
and
bear
I'm no
vagina
longer a minority.
subreddit.
And Googling. And follow.
God, I did my fucking mute on the Wave XLR started to blow up people's fucking eardrums. All right,
Appreciate that. But
close
yeah,
this out.
so, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun episode. We're just shooting the shit.
I
We had
pregame
nothing
earlier.
planned. I have been drinking all day with a bunch of veterans, so
Yay!
I'm not drunk. Obviously, I drove home,
Yes,
but I'm in a
he had a
good
ranch
mood.
water. Gatorade has more alcohol in it.
Coming from the man who likes White Claws and Truly. You can't
First
give
of
me
all-
shit anymore. You like the same shit.
Iced tea White Claws and lemonade Trulies are fucking fire.
Yeah, and I bet you would like a ranch water. I know you would. It was iffy. It was drinkable.
So
I'm a
our
big-
neighbor, she doesn't live here anymore, Lucy. She was like always trying to find ranch water. I've never seen it, but
They're
I guess
everywhere. So it's different flavors, but it's all agave and then a flavor, so it kind of smells and tastes like tequila.
Rambo, we're obviously both home, but our designated driver would be a bear vagina.
And Jesus.
And Jesus took the wheel.
Jesus is always my co-pilot. Well,
Yeah.
sir, someone has to be in the driver's seat when you drive.
I'm gonna get in my Tesla and just say, Tesla, drive.
Jesus, no. But, yes, it was a fun episode. We went everywhere.
Yeah, we did.
We touched the beautifully laid out Petito theory.
Oh, go back and if you're just hearing this now, if you're joining late, go back
Yep,
and
if you're
listen to
joining late.
Petito Theory.
Like the first
Petito Theory. Yeah,
25 minutes.
it's my fan fiction. I wrote it in my head in the shower. The TLDR, they were running bricks. They got caught. She tried to white girl her shit out. They both got killed. Let's go.
Fantastic. It is beautiful. Quentin Tarantino's going to call us here in a minute. It's going to be great.
But if it's a true story, we don't own that story.
If it's true, then fuck. But we were first. So we talked about the alternate theory. We talked about the tragedy and the gross mishandling of firearms
Gross.
with the Alec
Gross.
Baldwin incident. Again, blessings and prayers go out to their families,
Word.
the harmed ones. And then at the beginning of the episode, we talked about a fantastic organization, Reverend Warriors. Go and look it up right now. I guarantee that if you go to one of these hikes and you link out to people, you will not regret it. It is fantastic. And if you are contemplating suicide, you have problems with depression, you're a veteran, you got out of the military, one, you can reach out to us.
Reach out to
Always
us.
available.
Show us your tits. We'll tell them they're great.
I'll show you my tip if it makes you happy.
If it makes you, I can't sing that song because we'll get a DMCA.
But reach out to us. Also, Irreverent Warriors, or just go on Facebook. There are countless veteran groups within your state or county, and those guys will help you out as well. I don't even know who they are because I don't know what they are, but I guarantee it because the ones that I'm in for the Texas one,
Mhm.
there are constantly people reaching out to me like, hey guys, I'm having a hard day. I need help. And then 45 comments of just people uplifting. Don't know this guy, right? Brand new to the page.
If I
And
if I can
so-
make an offer, you want to reach out to us? Do you see the format we do this show in? We can do this privately, almost like a fucking Zoom. We can talk to you,
100%.
even though we're digital. We can talk face to face to make sure you get through the night.
Always done. Anytime, let us know. We are here.
Also, tits face to face. Just stop putting that out there.
Yeah. It's a tit. Also, I didn't realize that Rico changed our names. When the fuck did you do that?
During the Bucky Bang Bang and the kid talking about what was the guy that asked for you to play
40
guitar?
minutes ago? 40
DG
minutes ago?
King.
Yeah, 40 minutes ago. I didn't notice. But thank you everyone for watching. You guys are great. We love you guys. All of our regular followers, Ramballs,
Yes.
you were fucking on point tonight. You were
New people, love
Love you.
Share, like, subscribe.
We are on every platform. We are
We're
audio
everywhere.
as well as the video you're watching right now. We're on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Apple Music, Audible, Apple Music. I'm going to somehow try to get us on fucking Sirius XM. I'm going to figure it out.
Spoiler, we're changing our name shortly to connect
Hopefully.
closer with our shit. If
Yeah,
he doesn't,
we're not going to tell you what it is yet,
yes.
but if you guys have some suggestions for our name change, other than Bear Vaginas, because it's already in the running, Start to the Gates.
Start to the Gates.
Also not bad. Or just the Army turned me to an alcoholic podcast.
Please continue. I'm
I
super
think it's
professional.
But why did you mute your laugh?
Because it's so. I mean, I got a clip guard on my shit, but it's like, imagine somebody just being like, oh god, this fucking motherfucker Bucky Bang Bang just blew out my fucking eardrums before the clip guard kicked in.
Fuck that guy and his eardrums.
I know. I need him to keep
I
listening.
want to hear your laughter and humor. I want to hear your joy. I want to hear you happy.
I'm so happy.
But thank you guys for watching. Sometimes we jump around like this if you're new to the show. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have a clear plan. Sometimes we do have guests. We're trying to have more every so often, more consistently. That way you guys can know. And we're always trying to reach out and find better guests, experts, people in a field with an interesting thing to say. 2 weeks ago we had Brad. Last name. I don't.
Something Greek.
Yes. It's Skistimus Brad from 5 Times August, the band. He wrote a song, produced it.
He wrote a song.
He wrote a song.
What an endorsement. He wrote a song. What do you want? We liked the song. He came on and we wrote a song.
I was trying to say that he's self-promoted. He's not under a label. He does it all
Brad Pitt's coming on. As soon as
Brad Pitt.
Claw him away from Angie. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Brad came on from 5 Times August with his new show, Joe, and discusses. If you haven't heard it, go on Spotify and listen to it. It's fantastic. It's not only just beautifully written and performed, it's a thinker piece. It's really nice. And the rest of his albums were also really, really good. And then we also, interviewed Nate McDonald with the Reverend Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also a great episode if you're curious about the program. And we also had like a presidential candidate and vice president on here at one point. But
and we're working the Cadillac of everything. We're going to get Mike O'Malley from Guts, and he's going to have a piece of the crag, and it's going to be fine.
Also, Dog the Bounty Hunter if he returns my phone calls.
I am the dog, the big bad dog.
But again, for the 9th time as we close, love you guys. Thank you. And as always, all of the feeling in my heart.
Go fund yourself?
No. Go fuck yourself. Because I love you.
Follow the OnlyFans with bear vaginas.
That's actually the premium account.
I don't know that many loose bears end on that.
Yeah.